Unclaimed Presence. In the bustling city of Manila, there lived a woman named Clara. By day, she was a kind-hearted nurse, known for her gentle touch and warm smile. Her patients adored her, and her colleagues respected her dedication. But Clara carried a secret, one even she wasn't aware of. Every night, Clara would sleepwalk. During these episodes, she became someone else entirely, a cold, calculating killer. She would leave her apartment, guided by an unknown force, committing heinous acts without any recollection of them the next morning. One evening, Clara attended a small gathering at her friend Mia's house. The night was filled with laughter and stories, and for once, Clara felt at ease. As the clock struck midnight, she excused herself and headed home. An overwhelming fatigue weighed her down, and the moment she lay in bed, she slipped into a deep sleep. In the dead of night, Clara's eyes opened, but they were empty, devoid of warmth. She rose from her bed and left her apartment, her movements precise and deliberate. Wandering through the dark streets, her mind was a blank canvas, yet her steps carried a chilling purpose. Eventually, she arrived at an old, abandoned warehouse. Inside, a man was waiting. Detective Alex had been investigating a series of brutal murders that had plagued the city. After months of searching, he had finally tracked the killer to this location. But when Clara stepped into the dim light, his breath caught in his throat. "Clara?" His voice wavered, filled with disbelief. Her head snapped toward him, her gaze cold and unrecognizing. Without hesitation, she lunged at him with a knife. Alex was ready. He dodged her attack and managed to disarm her, but she fought with an unnatural strength. As they struggled, something shifted within her, her body suddenly went limp, collapsing onto the floor like a puppet with its strings cut. When Clara awoke, she found herself restrained to a hospital bed. Her wrists were bound to the rails, her heart pounding with confusion. Beside her stood Alex, his expression a mix of relief and unease. "Clara, do you remember anything?" he asked gently. Tears welled in her eyes as she shook her head. "No. I don't. What's happening to me?" Alex exhaled deeply, the truth settling over him like a weight. Clara wasn't a murderer by choice, she was a prisoner of her mind, a sleepwalking killer with no control over her actions. Determined to help her, Alex vowed to uncover the root of her condition, to find a way to put an end to the darkness that consumed her at night. By day, Clara remained the kind-hearted nurse everyone adored. But as night fell, she fought a silent battle against the shadows within, praying that one day, she wouldn't wake to find blood on her hands again.